I'm Jordan Belfort, and this is Sales School. So let's cut to the chase here. You're an expert in marketing, and you're taking my brand and you're taking it basically. And I'm lucky, right? I have a movie. It's sort of different for me because I'm well known. Let's start because there's so many viewers out there, right? And I believe believe that most people, not everyone, but most people have maybe not their passion, so to speak, it's something they're really good at, something they excel at, that if they want to build a business around it, right, they can do that. In today's economy, it's really easy in the how-to space. Not talking about monetizing your passion, because I don't always believe that's the best way to make money. It's like it's monetizing what you're good at, not your passion. That's my belief. But let's start from the beginning, right? So what do? You're a young guy. You're, let's say, in the age of, 20 to 40 years old, right? And It's good for everyone, I'm sure, but let's just a big viewership there. So how does it start? Like, what is it? You're a guy, you're good at, what are you good at? What's a typical way that someone goes out into the world these days and gets rich?
So the first thing you need to do is look at a problem that you can solve. Don't even necessarily look at products and services, because at the end of the day, when you peel back the onion, a product and a service simply solves a problem. That's why somebody's buying it. A product or a service is helping somebody move towards a source of pleasure and an experience that generates a positive feeling, or they're buying a product and a service to avoid the potential of pain. Think insurance, for example.
Of course.
And so you're always buying a product and a service because it's helping you solve a problem. You want to go and eat food because it solves the problem of being hungry. And then there's different types of food. There's different ways to get food, different experiences, different flavor profiles. So at the end of the day, everything comes to solving a problem. If you want to get paid a bunch of money, you need to solve lots of problems, or one problem really well.
For a lot of people.
Exactly. You need to either solve a couple problems really well for a couple people, or a problem like a billionaire always says, right? You need to solve a problem that a billion people have. And so luckily the riches are in the niches. And so nowadays it's obviously a lot easier to just find a small niche that you can go and capitalize on. A big one that a lot of people are familiar with nowadays is figuring out how you can help businesses use social media and the internet.
Digital marketing.
Exactly. So a trend is something that usually happens and then eventually stops.
Right.
But during the moment that it happens, there's usually a lot of opportunity. And so right now, one of the huge opportunities of a trend, we don't know how long it'll last, but it's been around for quite a while, and I don't see it going away anytime soon, is the trend of social media. There's billions of people on social media. From 2009, there was less than 1 billion, and from 2019, there's over 2 billion.
Right.
On track to be 3 billion. Ooh. So the growth has been exponential in the last 10 years. Almost 3 billion people have gone online. That's a huge opportunity.
And do you attribute the successes to the use of smartphones? Like, is that really what it's about?
I think it's an all-encompassing expansion of technology and connectivity. People have become addicted to wanting things immediately, and they've become really heavily reliant upon having access to everything. Like, I don't think a lot of people know what to do if they had to flag a taxi because Uber's app goes down. For real though, it's like, what do you do when you need to get a taxi? That's even outdated.
Hey, taxi! I remember, right? No, it's true though. When's the last time you called a taxi?
How do you order food without Grubhub? Like, these are the real things where it's like our smartphones give us connectivity and instant gratification.
I fucking hate Grub. You know why I hate it? Because it turns me into a lazy bastard. I used to love going out for dinner. But they make it so easy.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the reality right there, is how things have gotten easier. And what I've realized is that the more technology makes things easy, we become, and the society becomes, more consumer based. And so people love to consume things. We're a consumer generation. Millennials are consumers. We consume more content, more things, more stuff faster than any other generation has ever in the history of the world. And it's because of the advancement in technology. And so how that correlates back to people making money is, if you recognize all the different ways that people are consuming, what that really means is you need to get on the other side of the table, meaning you need to be creating. And so on social media, there's billions of people going on there daily, dozens of times, spending over an hour a day on average. Some demographics spend over 3 hours a day going on social media. The stats nowadays show the average person touches their cell phone over 2,600 times, touches it in some capacity to see what's going on. What time is it? Did anyone text me? Check notifications. per day. 2,600 times the average person touches their phone, and the average person logs on Facebook or Instagram over 12 times a day and spends about 45 to 60 minutes on there. That means as a business owner, you have 45 to 60 minutes of their attention possibility. You have about 12 times a day that they're going on their phone device, and you could be on there. And so there's massive opportunity where billions of people are consuming content. So as a business owner, you not only want to capitalize on that rapid expansion of growth to run advertisements, but also understand from a psychological context perspective, which really just means the intention-based reason behind why someone's checking their phone is not for your fucking advertisements.
This is exactly what I think your genius is, and why I hired you, by the way. Yeah. The first time we met, you showed me something that I knew was just like, I said, I knew it, but to see someone that really lives it and does it and understands it's a different level. So you brought up this point. I want to dig into this one point. You basically, that the idea was, yes. So I think it's obvious there's this huge attention being put onto this device, right? And it's on a couple of platforms. Let's just look right now, Facebook and Instagram, right? Let's just use those two for right now, right? I know there's others, but those two, right? And would you say that the biggest mistake that people make is they look at it as, okay, and I made this mistake, I'll admit it, before I met you, right? Was that I look, it's okay, great, what a great place to run ads, because I get my ads in front of my viewers. The problem is, though, people don't go onto social media to look at ads. They go on to consume content.
Correct.
So why don't you start there? Let's really dissect that and explain how you sort of bridge that gap, because at the end, obviously, you got to monetize content.
Yeah.
So take us through that process, starting with, people are looking, what do they want to see?
So again, like you were just saying, to riff off of that, people are going on social media to consume content, to see what friends have engaged with their stuff, and anything along those lines that have nothing to do with going on there with a credit card. And I like to make the joke at seminars that I speak at, and it gets people laughing, is I pull out my credit card and I say, has anybody ever said, hey, Jordan, I'm going on Facebook. You want me to get you something? I'm going on YouTube. Do you want me to grab you anything? But earlier when we were here, it was like somebody said, hey, I'm going to Starbucks. Do you want me to get you something?
Right.
Because that's normal.
Right.
But nobody ever has a credit card and says, I'm going on Facebook. Do you want me to pick you anything up?
But you might say, I'm going on to Amazon. Do you need anything?
Correct.
Different things.
And so it's understanding that as a business owner, if you were to say, let's sell my products on Amazon, because people are literally saying I'm going on Amazon. To shop. But to be a business owner that's been indoctrinated and heard through people like myself in the community that you need to be running ads online, they all have tried and most have failed. When I speak at events, I say, raise your hand if you've tried running ads online and it didn't work. And everybody's hand goes up. That's why they're at the marketing conference. And so the point is, most people have heard they need to run ads online. They've tried running ads online and it didn't work. And the reason why is because of a few things. This isn't a marketing necessary coaching lesson right now for people, but the intention behind why somebody's doing something needs to resonate with how you're going about the intention of what you're creating. So if they're not going on there to buy your product, selling your product, you need to be a lot more methodical with. So when it comes to content, business owners should be producing content that their audience will benefit from and wants to consume, but we call it the Trojan horse. People know if Coca-Cola or General Electric or any other company we could name, if they're producing content, people know why businesses would produce content and why. It's to sell you something. Why else would a business sell or produce content? So the Trojan horse that we call is you have either partnership deals with influencers who have followings and they help produce content with you, or you as the CEO of your company or leader of your company and face and public figure of the company, you use your personal brand in alignment with your business brand.